I know from my own experience that having more help in my personal life allows me more headspace and less stress, and therefore enables me to be a better parent and a more effective leader in my business. There are 3 specific areas in which I use outsourced support in my home life. Firstly, I have a cleaner for a few hours a week. For a lot of people, it feels like extravagant spend, but think about what your time is worth and how you are spending it. Secondly, around this time last year, I was feeling massively overwhelmed by our garden and how to keep on top of all the maintenance. So I bit the bullet and found a fantastic company to come in and blitz it, and then to visit every fortnight to keep up with the maintenance. Finally, the latest task I've sought help with is my horses, and I now have someone helping with their daily care 5 mornings a week. For me, the impact of personal support means less stress, improved mental well-being, and the ability to have greater focus on my work.